Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. So today we are doing something a bit different. We are in Madden Mobile, yes. So, obviously I can't twirl Aaron Rodgers, but still I want to. Basically, I was thinking, and, you know, the new one came out like 2 days ago or whatever, but I reinstalled it like the moment it came out and was like, I really hope this is better than next year. So I'm going to kind of give an overview of Madden and maybe help you decide whether or not you should or should not reinstall it. First thing I'm going to mention, and first we're going to go through the league stuff. This is kind of the most minor, and you know, we're going to go through leagues, competitive, and solo, kind of in the order of importance, least important to most important. So, leagues are interesting because you can, you know, play with your friends and stuff. So, a lot of people do them. I do them. You know, I'll play with Riptide. But, they have added league help. So, basically how it works is some things have a delay. And you can request league help and, you know, people will send it and it'll decrease the delay. So some of the stuff that had a time delay from last year, for example, can be a lot faster thanks to league help. But at the same time, there's time limits on some stuff that there wasn't before, making it very annoying. And also very heavily making, first off, making you never want to stay in a unactive league. Second off, forcing you to be in a league if you're more of a solo player. Because, like, I know when I first started playing Madden Mobile back in, like, that was, like, the 2016-17 season. But, I was kind of, like, you know, I don't really want to join a league. I'm kind of good where I'm at. But, championships, haven't done one yet as of this season, but based off of what I'm seeing, should be about the same. League v League still a thing. Although it's interesting that it's tournament at the top left. But, looks like this should be about the same. Just skimming over that. And obviously you already went over the help requests. Then you got defensive strategy, which was a thing before, I believe. Though, not quite this in-depth, though. Yeah, I'm going to have to look more into that, but who knows how important it'll be. Now, this is the league store. This is going to be one of the actually important things. Basically, you can get everything from an all-pro pack to coins to stamina to gems, which I forget what they do exactly. I knew a second ago, but I forgot. But basically you can, you know, use league tokens, which you collect from doing stuff around the league, to purchase stuff in the store. Not a super important addition, because last year there was some league stuff that you went through. And then, yeah. Under competitive, Overdrive, same as it's always been. I didn't even bother to play it. Not really. I never really cared for Overdrive. Like, it's one of those things where, going into last year's Madden Mobile, I had played through legitimately the entirety of the season, all the way through the off-season, and, like, it's one of those things where I was upset during the 3 days when the servers were down. But then, coming to Madden Overdrive, I was upset, because it was one of those things where it felt like they made it worse. Because before Overdrive, and all they had to do was keep it just as good, and they didn't succeed in that. Now, Arena. Classic head-to-heads back. Head-to-heads always, classic head-to-heads, nice. It's been a while since I've played much classic head-to-head due to, you know, the fact Overdrive didn't have it last season. So I'm very excited to have this back, and I'll be playing more than just one match of it in the future, and hopefully not losing that the first match next time. was because of a tip pick, but we don't need to go into that. Then, probably the most important in my opinion, solo. Big thing you'll see here, seasons. So happy they're back. So basically, as you can see on the left side, random events like this will happen, which is very exciting. That there's, random events and stuff instead of, just everything being normal. And, like, for example, I just got to get some coins and some experience if I succeed. And, a bunch of other random stuff. Most of the time you only see one random event per. But, like, as you can see, I have a 2-2 record, so not doing too great. But once I got back into the flow of it, I was winning games again. It costs a lot of stamina, which is pretty annoying. Like, that's another thing. A lot of things they very much so ruined in Madden Overdrive. So happy that stamina was gone, and now it's back, which is irritating. However, a lot of events are once again replayable, and you actually get rewards from replaying them, compared to last time where you didn't get rewards for replaying them. And now Master Series. This is something interesting. There's quite a few of them, but like basically how they work is going down the line you have different stuff that you have to do, anywhere from these one-shot trivia, which get you trivia points, to these which are different scenarios, like you have to make a comeback in the fourth quarter for that one. You have these which are time chests. These are one of the things that they added that requires time, which irritates me, but I'll get over it. Now, if you look at the top left, right to the right of the back arrow, you can see that there's 10 stages, and I've only made it to the second one. Which, it's kind of annoying that they take so much to get through, but at the same time it makes sense. It appears as though they're planning on making elites really difficult to get early on. Which, I guess I'm fine with. And then last but not least, what everybody's been waiting for, programs. Now, as you can see, there's quite a few here. We'll start with team history. So I played through the Packers team history, and I have a lot of different Packers players on my team because of it, but I kind of like the team history, but it doesn't give great rewards. So I like it, but it puts a lot into it and get very little. Madden today. Now this is going to be, for example, like your Madden Mint and stuff like that, which are arguably one of the Madden Mint's arguably one of the most important mini games, because you get a ton of coins and then you go to the auction house and you can get a better player. And then Overdrive Academy is like Overdrive stuff. Not really super interested in it. I don't really care too much. I'll probably have to play through it at some point though, so I'll probably at least go through and do that. But as mentioned, I don't really care for Overdrive very much, and also Overdrive Academy is pretty similar looking at it to what it was last year. You have Legacy, which basically you got your Legacy store, which uses points from last year to buy players, and as you can see, I got a first, second, and third round select pack, which some of the players were pretty solid. And, using varying amounts, you can get different levels of players. And once you get enough, apparently you unlock this, which is intriguing. And then using your legacy team, you can do daily milestone events to do stuff. Though sadly, I did not get a great team. Oh, I didn't finish that. But I did not get a great team last year because, as mentioned, I didn't really care for it, so my team wasn't too solid. And Mahomes camp is basically you get some pretty mediocre players moving through. Like 65 overall's not great, we're all aware. So, not really too worried about going through that. And then, I guess I'll show off my team real quick. We have not a great team here, but, you know, don't have a great scheme fit. I have Ryan Fitzpatrick as a QB, which apparently is going to be Miami's starting quarterback, which is very intriguing. But as you can see, one more as my starter wide receiver. I have Will Davis. Don't really see that name floating around a bunch. And I also have Alan Lazard. Well, not a starter. He was before I pulled Hodge not that long ago. So, like, the reason why I had so many, and that Jamal Williams card, is from doing the Packers history thing. And that's why I have so many Packers players. For the record, I am a Packers fan. But on my defense, my best player being Anthony Barr, who, you know, obviously any good Packers player holds a bit of a grudge against him for ruining our season. But still a good player. You have to respect him for that. And overall, my defense is not great. Definitely a lot less shiny cards than my offense. And it's majority silver. And then special teams, nothing of note. So, my final consensus on this new season of Madden, I think it's probably worth a reinstall if you liked the old seasons of Madden, like specifically the 2018 season of Madden, like the 2017-2018, because they brought so much stuff back from there. And for example, the seasons mode is really cool. So, like, a lot of stuff's brought back, which makes stuff definitely a lot happier. Makes me happy for a lot of stuff. And overall, I feel like makes the game feel a little bit closer to what it used to be. And, yeah, I like it. So, that's my, well, I say final consensus, but that is my current consensus on the Madden, the next season of Madden. Thank you all so much for watching, and I hope to see you all in the next one. Not that I do many Madden-related videos, but bye-bye.